What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, according to Teofimo Lopez Sr., father, trainer, and manager of undefeated, unified WBA, IBF, WBO, Ring Magazine, WBC Super Champion, undefeated superstar boxer, Teofimo Lopez Jr., according to Teofimo Lopez Sr., as he did an interview on H Money Boxing. Shout out to H Money Boxing with father, trainer, and manager of undefeated WBC lightweight world champion superstar boxer Devin the Dream Haney. He was featured with father, trainer, and manager Bill Haney, and they came to an agreement in which Teofimo Lopez Sr. he states that there was a lot going on behind the scenes with this IBF undefeated Australian superstar boxer George Kambosos Jr., who was the mandatory challenger for Teofimo Lopez. He stated that there was a lot that people didn't know going on behind the scenes, in which he states that they signed a $3.8 million deal with Twitter. So they stand to make $7 million in this fight with George Kambosos Jr. We know that Triller, they won the purse bid, Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos Jr. It went to purse bid, in which top-ranked legendary promoter CEO Bob Arum, he was not happy how things unfolded. He feels as if George Kambosos Jr. and Teofimo Lopez Jr., he feels like they were colluding allegedly behind the scenes to make this happen. They went to a purse bid. Top Rank, they bid $2.3 million. Then Matchroom CEO and promoter Eddie Hearn, they bid $3.2 million. And then Triller came in and bid a whopping $6 million, in which Teofimo Lopez is going to get reported $3.2 million, and George Kambosos Jr. is going to get $2 million. The other percentage obviously has to go to Top Rank and Bob Arum. Okay, they get $800,000, so that equals $6 million. But now he's stating that they're going to get $7 million because they did a $3.8 million deal with Twitter, and Twitter is going to pay them $3.8 million. Then he stated that after that, he looks to settle the score once and for all with undefeated WBC world champion superstar boxer Devin the Dream Haney. He did state that Teofimo Lopez would love to look into facing a winner of May 22nd's highly anticipated undisputed junior welterweight showdown between undefeated Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez is undefeated world champion, and Josh Taylor, who's the other undefeated world champion. Jose Ramirez, he holds the WBC and he holds the WBO. Josh Taylor, he holds the WBA and the IBF. They will face off against one another May 22nd. With that said, he stated that we want the winner of that fight, but if we can't land and secure the winner of that fight, we're coming after your son. This is what he told Bill Haney. We're coming to settle the score once and for all. You know we want to make this happen. He asked Bill Haney, please do us a favor and don't price yourself out so we can make this fight, because we want this fight. We want to settle this once and for all in the ring. Okay, Bill Haney, he responded by saying, there's no way we're going to price ourselves out. I respect what y'all doing. We want to make this fight happen. So with that said, I stated kudos to Teofimo Lopez. Now, obviously, Bob Arum, he was not happy how these things unfolded. As Bob Arum, he feels like they colluded behind the scenes to make this come to fruition. So he's not happy with the way things played out. But Teofimo Lopez, you have to give him his father and himself credit, because they work the business, okay? The business is a huge part of the sport of boxing, and 9 times out of 10, the boxers get the short end of the stick. In this case, Teofimo Lopez, he made things happen, and he's not getting the short end of the stick. And he's obviously getting George Kambosos Jr. a whopping $2 million for this opportunity. So there's where Bob Arum has the issue, because he feels like they colluded behind the scenes. We know the IBF stated that Teofimo Lopez wasn't going to be forced to face George Kambosos Jr. at this moment. They weren't looking to strip him if he indeed informed them that he wanted to have an interim fight. We saw Top Rank come out and they stated that, they weren't happy the way things played out. They wish he would have pushed for a bigger fight, instead of the George Kambosos Jr. fight. We heard Bob Arum. He don't think very high of George Kambosos Jr. Bob Arum went as far as to say, well, Teofimo Lopez is going to have to ultimately answer to them because he's still signed to them for 3.5 more years, and that's not the way you do business. Even Teofimo Lopez's manager stated that they could have petitioned to the IBF to ask for a pardon, and the IBF would have pardoned them if they would have indeed had a big fight on the table. So Teofimo Lopez's manager stated that it ultimately falls on Bob Arum and Top Rank, because if they would have informed them that they would have much rather have a bigger name fight on the table, they would have took the opportunity for him to fight and showcase his talents on ESPN. With that said, Bob Arum, Devin Haney was one of the names Bob Arum mentioned. He said Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, or Gervonta Tank Davis would have been suffice to showcase his next fight to defend his titles after he defeated 3-division world champion, former 2-time Olympic gold medalist Vasil High-Tech Lomachenko via unanimous decision. Teofimo Lopez, 16 wins, 12 wins by way of knockout. He's 23 years of age. He stands at 5'8" with a 68.5-inch arm reach. He defeated Vasil Lomachenko October 17th via unanimous decision, impressive fashion. So with that said, Bob Arum wasn't happy the way things played out, but leading up into the purse bid, Bob Arum did state maybe somebody could find the money, another platform, and pay for it, and he could showcase his talents on a different platform and then bring that audience back to ESPN, because he's indeed signed to ESPN and Top Rank for 3.5 more years. So Bob Arum was not happy the way things played out. But let's get to the ultimate goal at hand, is to get Teofimo Lopez versus Devin the Dream Haney for undisputed, officially for undisputed, with no questions. We know Vasil Lomachenko, he recently came out. He said Teofimo Lopez is not the undisputed champion because he vacated. He was informed by WBC by accepting the franchise title. He was vacating his WBC title, in which it was picked up by Devin Haney. So Vasil Lomachenko said, "You're not the official WBC champion." As it was told to me that once I became franchise champion, I was vacating the official belt, and Devin Haney eventually picked up the official belt. Okay, so with that said, there's a lot of confusion, to say the least, when it comes to the WBC and their stance and how everything played out as far as this franchise belt, because they initially stated that you cannot win or lose the franchise belt. And then they stated that Teofimo Lopez, Sr. and Jr. petitioned the WBC to, if they so beat Vasil Lomachenko, that they would be awarded franchise, thus giving them, the power to not have to fight Devin Haney to be undisputed. And so with that said, the WBC, they agreed to go ahead and grant Teofimo Lopez his wish, and then he became the WBC franchise champion, and then eventually they said, well, we're just going to make him the super champion. So everybody wants to see Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez. It's a super fight. They're both very young. They both can recover from a loss. Obviously somebody has to lose unless it ends in a draw, but they both can recover from a loss. It would be a super fight. They're both superstars. And Teofimo Lopez Sr., he said, now we get to dance with the big dogs and the celebrities. He said, now we get to, rub arms and elbows with the celebrities. Now we're making the big money. And we want to, he says, he admitted that now we on the level of Devin Haney. Now we're going to make the money Devin Haney has been making since forever. So he says now we're on the same level, and it makes for a super fight between my son and your son. So let's make it happen. Please don't price yourself out. That's great news. But that's another great deal on the part of Teofimo Lopez Sr. and Teofimo Lopez Jr. to get Twitter to give them a $3.8 million deal. That's super. So let's see how this unfolds. Make sure you hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all in word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.